Hey guys. I was cleaning up. I've been gone for a while. Needed to make sure that everything was clean down here. I think we're good. Hello. Hello. I will say, start off right off the bat, okay? Audio, might be messed up. I had to plug everything back in when I got back in, and my gain was messed up, and my levels were messed up, and yeah. So I sound different. Is that? Oh. Sound slightly different, but not bad. As long as the quality's good, it should be working just fine, though. I believe. Also, I might sound different because, yes, I was sick. So, yeah. I was sick. Ha. Ha. Oh my god, another thing, okay? I had a webcam plugged in that I usually do not. And when I started to get my tracking, the webcam is worse in every single way, except I can wink with the webcam. And I don't know why. No, I'm not going to show you because it's awful looking every other way, but I can wink. So it's not a problem with how my body works. It's a problem with the phone? Demonstrate, please? No, the webcam's not plugged in. I'm not going to show you what the rest of the tracking looks like because it's... I don't know why it won't get my eyeballs. But maybe another time. You think the phone would be better? It's better at literally every other way. You should see how it thinks talking looks like on the webcam. Cool thumbnail, by the way. Thanks, Wondering CJ. Made it myself. You know what? Get on out here, Halo. Get on out here, brother. Okay, I'm gonna really fast, because I saw so many gifted and everything. Really fast, we're gonna thank everybody. Well, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe we won't do it right away. Dude, AI chat summary, get out of here. I don't want to see you. Thank you. Because I think to start off the stream, we're gonna rip the band-aid right off. That's why I gave some extra time for people to trickle in, because we're gonna talk about recent happenings, as I'm sure everyone has, and we're gonna rip the band-aid off. We're gonna get right into it. I'm a little big, just slight. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna do that real fast, and some people seem to be excited. We're not talking about what you seem to think we're talking about. Yes. Okay. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into the news. Let's get right into it. So to preface, I guess before we begin, I know a lot of boys have made statements already. Some of them have said they're okay with clipping. Some have said not. To be fair and transparent, I am 100% okay with this statement being clipped. Post it wherever. I'm not, like, trying to hide anything. Not that people who don't want it clipped are hiding something. Just that, like, I don't mind being the guy whose words people see on the situation. I guess that makes sense. That makes sense? Yeah. So that's just to before we begin, and other I guess clerical things. I did jot down some talking points because you guys know I tend to do this where I go and then I think. I'm trying to keep myself on track so that we're succinct here. I don't want to be going for 20 minutes trying to collect my thoughts. So I did that beforehand. Yeah. I might retread ground, that is, that other members have touched on. You know, I know a lot of people have already spoken because I'm a bit late. I think things that, like, Lucy had said specifically, he and I think, will have very similar stances, but I do think it's important that you guys hear from me specifically, you know? Some people trust me over the Vampire Wanderer or vice versa, and I think it's important that I also speak, so I will be. So yeah, that's all the admin, clerical, preface, preamble, prologue out of the way. So yeah, let's get into it. What's going on? Oh, don't worry, you'll figure out in about 3 seconds. So, to start, I will say, obviously, earlier this week, an official notice, a termination notice, was posted by the FSP Twitter account. You've seen many people talking about it. You've seen a lot of discourse, I'm sure. I will start that if you have not seen the notice, I highly recommend reading it thoroughly and make sure you comprehend what is on there. I know there's a lot of people who seem to have been reactive, I would say, which I understand. But do please take your time reading it and really digest it. I will say that personally, both through my own experience and anecdotally, that all statements in the notice are unequivocally true. They are true. That I know there's a lot of corporate speak in there, and I know sometimes that's hard to parse. And you don't have to believe me when I say that. It's up to you. But all statements in the official notice are unequivocally and verifiably true. You don't have to believe that, of course, but I think it's important for me to say that because I know a lot of the other boys have, and our collective voices hopefully give weight to that stance. Yes. So, I guess my personal thoughts on the actions listed in the termination notice. I don't have much to say about them personally because, you know, LAMENTUS were very new. I never even got the opportunity to meet the individual, given the circumstances surrounding the termination. So I don't have a lot of, I guess, personal, non-anecdotal comments, so I'm not going to really talk about anecdotes here. That's not really the place. I'm talking about myself, talking about my personal experience. I guess the only thing that, you guys heard about me the other week when I talked about it after Skyward Fates. The only thing I can really comment on is, the cut songs from the concert. If you guys remember me talking about them, you probably have a little bit more insight as to why specifically those were cut. And obviously I was impacted a lot by that, and it was difficult. For those who weren't here a couple weeks ago when we talked about it, there were gonna be a couple more songs in the concert. They were the two that featured me the most. Obviously, I wasn't the only one in them, but I was the one who was affected most by the cuts. So, yes, that was obviously related to the situation, That's neither here nor there, but that's the only thing I can really talk about specifically as far as actions related to the notice that impacted me. So I'm not going to drag on about, like, you know, specific things or personal experiences with it. That's all I got to say about my personal impact in regards to the actions in the notice. So moving on from the notice, I do want to say that as long as I have been signed by FSP, which I know isn't as long as everyone else, but it's enough time to have been, you know, to have gotten a feel for how things work here. It's been the most understanding, accommodating, and flexible workplace I've ever worked. You guys know I've worked a lot of places, you know, not just as a summoned Shikigami of Lamentus. Even before this, I've worked a whole lot of places in a lot of different fields, with a lot of different people, in a lot of different environments. The management here really cares about us, about the work we do, about the community. So we're all, you know, I've talked about it with management. I know you guys don't really see them nearly as much. You guys don't see the management obviously nearly as much as I do, but you guys got to see them a little bit during the meet and greet. I talk about it with them. They might not be as forward-facing as us, but they're the other half of the forward-facing part of the corporation, right? Because you guys interface with them even, like, just a little bit. You know, you hear about them, they're in chat, things like that. So together, both us, the talents, and them, the managers, we combine into the forward-facing parts of FSBEN. So I think it's important that we, the talents, stick behind them as much as they stick behind us. You understand? So both us, the talents, and then the management, we all work really hard together to make sure that the content that goes out, whether it's a merch or events or even just day-to-day streams, is as good as possible. And as for the managers, they make sure that we, the talents, are as well equipped as possible to perform and I guess execute said content. So whether that's, you know, our health or our mental, or, you know, any things, you know, we need for perms, or just something we need to talk about for stream, or, like, you know, even as simple as this morning, you know, I wanted to do a gorilla stream because obviously I don't have a schedule, and I pinged my manager super late at night. Hey, is it cool if I gorilla? Yeah, no problem. So obviously we're two halves of a whole, and that whole is the streams. So we work really hard together. As far as anecdotes, obviously there was the concert and the meet and greets a few weeks ago. That was absolutely I'm not going to call it nightmare, because we all signed up for it. We knew what we were getting to, but it was a very difficult and hard time for us as far as workload. We all worked super hard, really long days consecutively. The managers worked harder than anyone else, I would say. So of course, thank you to them. Chaotic, yeah, maybe that's true. Like, obviously we were all very happy with the result, both the meet and greet and the concert, but we all put in a lot of work. You know, the managers were buying food out of their own pocket for us. They were making sure we always had water or snacks if we needed them, because the long days in the studio, you know, we're very well taken care of here. And again, I know other people have said it, but I think it's important you guys hear it for me too. I think a lot of the discourse surrounding management the past handful of days is mistaken. All feelings are valid but I just want to make sure that people understand that a lot of the narrative, the smaller narrative that's been going around about management is just not true. It's not true. Yeah. I just, it's hard for me to say that I was feeling really angry, but I just was really, at the very least, disappointed to see them treated that way. They work too hard to have people think of them that way. No matter how many people it is. They work too hard for us, and if you enjoy FSP content of anyone, any talent, their work is what makes that possible. It wouldn't be possible without them. So, yes. Mane-sans, if you're watching this VOD, because I know you're asleep right now, thank you. Thank you, Mane-sans. Yes. And I guess last thing I'll say on management, because I know there's been some discourse around this as well. As far as things like, you know, like flights, like as far as like things I would need specifically for flying to the studio, they always ask which airport I would like to fly out of, which airport I would like to fly back to. They do not have to be the same. So for example, I have been gone visiting the Shiki family for the past handful of days, which is why I didn't come back as quickly as everyone else. I requested that I be flown to a different airport on this trip on the way back, and no questions asked. They said, just give me the airport and we'll get you back there. So I went to the studio on the way back and then not even home from there. So they've always been very accommodating to our needs for flights. You know, if, you know, another member and I are flying out of the same airport or something, they would do their best to get us the same flight if that's convenient. If we need something like, let's say, like nonstop, if we're not comfortable with a layover. In particular, there were some pretty nasty layovers. So when booking us flights, right, and I'm going to be careful not to talk too much about this, they always give us, like, here are some options. They don't just hand us the ticket and say, here's your flight. At least in my experience. In my experience, they've always said, here are some options. And they give us options. And if I don't like the options, they will do their best to get other ones. You know, like I said, and this is usually handled by Diamane. Diamane, I know we banter a lot, Diamane. Not just me and you, but you and us, as all of the boys. This is always done by Diamane. Thank you, Diamane. You've always been very accommodating with flights, whether I needed to be early or late or go somewhere else. Thank you, Diamane. Very much for how accommodating and flexible you've always been with the needs of our travel. There's so many of us. I mean, I know you guys probably understand that logistically it's hard to move 15 people all over the world to a singular place in the same couple of days. I'm not sure exactly how much I can illuminate this. It's even more difficult than you can imagine. It is just so much to get done, and Daimane always does it with grace and is as accommodating and flexible as they can be logistically and with our needs. So thank you, Daimane, for always working hard on that. And thank you, Staffson, to facilitate that. You know, they always pick us up at the airport, no matter how long they have to wait. You know, if there's someone whose flight gets delayed, or, you know, they're not exactly sure when they're going to be getting there, they will wait there, like, you know, all day to make sure that that person is picked up and, you know, is comfortable getting in and getting settled and things like that. So again, it's it's been making me really disappointed to see that there are definitely people out there who think that things like that are not the case. That the management isn't accommodating, or that we aren't catered to if we have any special needs or requests. It's just not true. It's not true. And I want to be firm when I say that. I don't really want to leave any room for doubt. It's just unequivocally untrue. We are very well taken care of. And I understand, and I definitely empathize with people who are distrustful of corporate bodies. Corporate bodies are large and amorphous, but like I was trying to establish, see, here we go, this is how you can tell I can plan this. Well, I didn't plan this, I jotted down talking points, so here we go, flowing into it. The management and the talents are both forward-facing parts of the company, and we are all individuals who I hope whose efforts can be trusted. So, while I understand and empathize with the distrust of a corporate body, the managers are not part of that amorphous blob. They work very hard to make sure that the content that you see, whether it's a daily basis or not, is the best it can be. So, yes, please treat them with as much respect and kindness as you would any of us boys. So yes, that's all I got to say about management. We're moving on to the next part. So, community. Obviously, we're all part of one big, not always happy, but always together family. It's been very personally disappointing this past few days to see how the community has been behaving. I know it's been a lot. I understand the emotions are high. I'm not going to invalidate anyone's feelings. I just think that strong emotions are not an excuse for bad behavior. You know, we're all adults. You know, as adults, we must regulate our own emotions and our own speech and our own health. You know, no one else is responsible for your feelings and your health but you. So protect your own peace, be proactive in managing your own health, both physical and mental. So it's been very disappointing to see people who aren't following that. You know, I thought that, especially me specifically, you know, I've been really careful to curate a community that I would feel understands that is something that we must do as members of society. So it's been really disappointing to see people not following an example. You know, cooler minds prevail. It's never wrong to be the bigger person. So, yes. It's not your fault? Oh, I know it's not. That's why I'm saying I'm disappointed. I thought we were better. Yeah. And as Stuff saw on Twitter the other day, as you guys might have seen, I tweeted about Oshi marks and profile names and usernames. To expand on that, and just say it verbally, I do not condone hatred of any kind in FSP, the wider stage light community, and especially my own. I have and will continue to block people who have nothing but hate and vitriol to spread. I will protect my own peace, as I expect you all to do the same. You know, it's like I said, we're all part of the community. There are individuals here, you know, we're not just talents, we're people too. Or, you know, in my case, Shikigami. And I will take measures, just as I would expect you to make sure that I am mentally well each day. You know, that's, I think, a pretty reasonable thing to do. I'm not going to comment any more on that specifically, but I am and will continue to protect my peace. Yeah, I mean, as far as strong emotions, I definitely empathize, and I understand why people feel strongly the past few days. I will say, however, that we must all, me myself included, be careful of bad actors. And by that I mean like opportunists. By that I mean manipulators. People who seek to take advantage of your strong feelings. People who want to make you angry in order to get a different, to get a rise out of you for any kind of reason. So I would say, you know, if you're feeling really strongly about something, take a breath, cool down. And this just not goes just for this. This goes just in real life, in other fandoms, at work. If it seems like someone is trying to get a rise out of you and is trying to make you angry. Sorry, obviously I've been sick, so I have it's a dry cough now, but I've been coughing, so just, yeah, you're gonna have to bear with that. Be careful of anyone who is looking to use your emotions for their own purpose. You know, your emotions are yours. Don't let someone else weaponize them or use them for any purpose, whether that's to make you angry at someone, whether that's to get you to leave a fandom, whether that's to get you to close up. You know, you are the master of your own mind palace. And I think we could all do with a reminder to keep an eye out for people who are looking to usurp control of said mind palace. So yes, don't get rage baited. Don't get rage baited. It's really that simple. Yeah. So that's, I think the extent that I am going to be talking about this. I don't think I have much else to say. I know it's a hard time for FSP in the community. I'm definitely not trying to hide that at all. But I think together we can all definitely continue to SSP. Yep, SSP. Dude, the SSFFP. We need to buy a warship. I'm not getting derailed. I think, you know, both us, the 14 of us and staff will continue to do our best for everyone in the community, and I'm really optimistic for the future of FSP. You know, there are a lot of things that happened recently that I was really happy with the result of. A lot of events that have gone really well, and it's been really short here for LAMENTUS. You know, today is our 2-month anniversary. Can you believe it? And I'm really optimistic about the future, and I think things are going to be getting better and better. So I appreciate everyone's support and hope that you stick with us to see us keep going, because I'm really excited. So yeah, I think that's just about all I have to say. Last thing, be kind to yourself, be kind to us, be kind to each other. You know, when being kind is never the wrong choice. Ever. And I to Underage, I too am excited to see what LAMENTUS achieves in 2026, and Ravenous and Avalon. I know we all are cooking on things. I know we all have a lot of things to do. There are many things we have yet to do. So speaking for myself, you know, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm really happy here. I'm happy with my community. I'm happy with management. I'm happy with the other boys. I'm optimistic and excited. So that's it. This is the first and probably only time I will be speaking on the events of this week as far as the termination. Unless prompted by, I guess, significant developments. And I know that's slightly ominous, but unless something crazy happens in relation to this, I will not be speaking about it again, so I hope you respect that. Which is why I'm okay with people clipping this, like I said at the top. If you have any questions regarding my statement, you will hopefully have clips to watch that will illuminate that. So, yep. Any other further questions, direct them to staff, because I will hopefully never have to speak on this again. As I think we as a community are ready to... ready... I'm not going to speak for y'all. I am personally ready, and when you guys are ready, I will be here having moved on. So that's that. That is all I gotta say. It was even more long-winded than I wanted it to be, even with my talking points. But I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and maybe feel a little better. Yeah, that's it. That's it. All done. Band-Aid ripped off. Now we can go be goofy, haha, silly. That's it. No more serious Shiki. Now well, I'm always serious. Let's be real. I'm always serious. Seriously serving. And now that is out of the way, I am Shiki Katagami of FSP EN 3rd Gen LAMENTUS, your divine diva. And I would say it is a pleasure to see you, but I know the pleasure is all yours. And today is Christmas. Yeah, wow, Christmas. It's Christmas. Hope Shiki Claus got you something. He did. He's right here. The best present you could ask for. It's a Christmas miracle. Shiki came back. Shiki came back. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay. So before we go any further, I will now go and start thanking everybody for all of the gifted and things. So, starting from the very, very, very first one. The God. Dog God. With your very Christmas PFP. Thank you, Dog God, for the gifted. Emmy Melody, thank you for the 5 gifted. Sakto Bathtub, the GOAT, thank you for the 5 gifted. Nustissa, welcome to the Katagami, thank you. Kimmy, thank you for the 5 gifted. Woskus, thank you for joining the Katagami. Welcome. Claudric Clamar, thank you for the 1 gifted. Dog God, thank you for the Nope super sticker. Miki, thank you for the 1 gifted. And Saku, the 1 gifted. Duelist Reverie as well for the 1 gifted. Thank you. Moonlit Kit, thank you for joining the Katagumi. Welcome. A B, I am not. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Pay, thank you for the 5 gifted. Lorcan Miel, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you. Chisake, thank you for the Glizzy. Can you get me the Jiggle skin? Don't want you. No, I don't want to. What's the Jiggle skin? Glizzy. Flap, the war is over. Yup. Thank you for the super chat, Flap. The war is over. I have returned. Tired Wither, Merry Christmas, Diva. We missed you so much and hope you're feeling better. Thank you for the super chat, Tired Wither. And additionally, Tired Wither, you had gifted a whole bunch. Where is it? It was what? Was it 20? Can I find it? How many was it? 50? Was it 50? 20? No, Tired was 20. Tired Weather, thank you for the 20 gifted. Very, very, very generous. Thank you so much. And additionally, Speaks. Hello, Speaks. I hope you and the cat I see you post sometimes in my tags are well. Thank you for the 50 gifted speaks. Very, very, very generous. Very generous speaks. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Appreciate you. Dog God. Merry Critmat. Shiki. Yep. Merry Critmat. Miss you so much, Diva. Glad to join your streams again. All right, now get back under my tree. Will do. Though I might not appear how you guys think. I might be a Christmas card in your stocking. I fold up real small. Real small. Wolfram. Merry Christmas. Thank you for the Super Wolfram. Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you, Wolfram. Very generous, everyone. Looks like I also got Christmas presents this morning that weren't just a phone bill. I got a text this morning from my phone, from my phone service provider that I had forgotten to pay my bill while overseas and I was overdue. Oops. Sanewin. Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome back, Shiki. Thank you. Thank you, Sanewin. Merry Christmas, and I'm glad to be back. Thank you for the supa. I'm very, very, very glad to be back. I've been gone for so long. Softo. Merry Christmas. I didn't miss you at all. I know that speaking of things that are unequivocally untrue, that statement. I go on Twitter. You guys know I'm on there all the time. That's not true. Softo. Rock, paper. I had a cheer competition 2 weeks ago, and my friends yelled, "Do it for Shiki," while I performed. Yes, my team won. That is amazing. That is amazing. I know you did it for me, and I'm very glad you won. Congratulations on the win. I know you did it for me, but that win was all yours and your team. So, congrats. Rock, paper. That's awesome. My car insurance might send me a card. Yeah, Bettle. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Mina, thanks for returning. I can stop watching my friends yearn on the TL now. Yeah, I was kind of enjoying the yearning, not gonna lie. I was kind of enjoying seeing it. You guys make you guys squirm just a little bit? Just a little bit? Give me Merry Christmas, Shiki. We were chill and nonchalant. Not true. No one was yearning? That's not true at all. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. You guys, the cat laughing, pointing, laughing me. You guys miss me. You guys miss me. Yeah. Don't blame you though. Didn't blame you. I'd miss me too. I'd miss me too. I would miss me too. Just another fan. Sent 5 gifted. Thank you, just another fan. Appreciate that. Very generous. Thank you, just another fan. And you're not just another fan. You're you, an individual. Sarah Stars, mind your business, paperboy. You know why would I ever do that? When not minding my business is so much fun. Somebody give him the soup. The soup has gone cold. I got them cooking up a new pot. The guards, who I will now say, named as of this moment, are called Dip and Shit, have been stirring the same cold pot of soup for 3 weeks. Dog God, thanks for the super stamp of poop. Thank you. Wow. Sova, sorry the Etsy witch curse got you sick. It was supposed to take you out old Yeller style. Well, I tanked it. I'm just simply the best to ever do it. I tanked it. I tanked it. Claudra Clamar, Merry Christmas, Divalicious. Have a holly jolly day today. Get out of our walls. If I got out of your walls, you guys would go about 4 days and go, damn, this sucks. I miss him. Imagine if all I did was tweet when I was going live and like fan art. It's like the world of Shiki only tweeted when he was going live. And it's the opposite of the dolphins jumping through the rainbows. Me? The guy who only likes fan art and tweets when he's going live. Yeah. You know, to each their own, but I don't want to live that way. So, and I know you guys don't want me to live that way either. So, we have fun together. Yeah. Yeah. He wants us to live in fear and hunger. And hunger. Yes, Queen, we love you. I know that's right. Merry Christmas, dude. Glad to have you back. Thank you, Duelist Reverie. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Battalion's in a constant state of yearning, I fear. Now, hold on. If you frame it that way, maybe I should do it. Because that's how I want you guys. Squirming and yearning. Bo, Merry Xmas. So happy to have you on Christmas Day. Thank you, Bo. Very generous. I'm also happy to be back on Christmas Day. Donny Asian Mark, welcome to Katagami. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You guys can see I'm a little more, you know, a little more like, because I've been gone so long. I missed you guys, I did. I know someone's gonna say, he missed us? Yeah, man. It's been a while. Look how much fun we're having, and it's only been 48 minutes, and we've only been really ZATSUing it for like 10. Wilhelm Screamer. Yay! Welcome to Katagami. I missed having fun with everybody. It's been really fun. It's always really fun. Holy shit, he cares about us? Don't put words in my mouth. But, you know, you can miss the family dog. And I know you care about said dog, but they're not, like, people. Well, some dogs are people. Carlos Strayfe, Merry Christmas if you are here. Missed you too, but when are you going to apologize for making me download RuneScape? I'm going to fail my education. I regulate your own time. You know your capacity and responsibilities. Manage yourself well. I got nothing to do with that. Enjoy RuneScape, though. Does that mean you're going to call us good pup? Oh, I didn't mean you guys were dogs. I said you were like dogs. You know? It's a figure of speech. Or I guess maybe it was a metaphor. I didn't use like specifically. But... what am I then? You're a Famishiki. You guys don't have a form yet. Settle down, little pup. A win's a win. What's your thoughts on volleyball? Twitter thinks I really like volleyball, and or at least it did last night, and it was a whole bunch of tweets like, people underestimate the amount of cardio volleyball takes, and it's like these teams going back and forth, going like crazy. I'd die. And I know it has an anime that's yaoi-licious that a lot of people like, so... yeah. Ice hockey, I like when they get punched in the teeth. Does make me very happy to see you. Whimsy and Joy Pill, though. Missed you lots, Mr. Katagami. Penny Peach, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Very generous. Are the Famishiki also made of paper and can be made of rock because rock beats paper? If you guys are made of paper, I am changing into something made of rock. Yes, because rock beats paper. And now here come the chats. He beats us? Paper beats rock. Well, that's embarrassing. Minus 500 aura. Look at this and see if you can say that with a straight face. Yeah, fuck you. This is Zunatic. Really did that one to yourself, bud. Merry Christmas, Lemon. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Flap, thank you for telling me about the random events in RuneScape, by the way. I thought I was actually getting arrested. Yeah, no, random events tend to give you either small, like, token currency, like gold or gems or things, or they give you XP for something, or they give you a lamp, or they give you a cosmetic. And here's something you might not know. A lot of the ones that give you a cosmetic item give you a piece of a set, like the Beekeeper set, for instance, from the Beekeeping random. And if you get the full Beekeeper set, keep doing the random event, because it will now start giving you EXP lamps. If you have the full set, this is a new change as of like this year. If you have the full Beekeeper set, it will give you a lamp now after. Because people would always skip those events if they had the full set, so they kept them relevant by giving you a lamp. And an EXP lamp, I think it gives you 10 XP in a skill or something per level that skill has. So the higher level the skill, the more XP it gives you. So like if you're level 63 herb lore, I think it'll give you 630 experience. I think EXP books are different, but random lamps I think do that. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. The mathematical part of RuneScape is something I'm a bit less familiar with. RuneScape stream when we get perms, but trust me, I was bugging Safi Mane about it, and they said they'll try to reach out again. And for those who are gonna ask, Games Workshop, they're still trying, guys. But I got to see them in person. I grabbed Safi Mane and I started shaking them around. It's like, give me my perms! We're working on it, guys. We're working on it. Can we make a Famishiki guild? RuneScape does not have guilds. It does have clans, which kind of function as the same thing, where it'll give you, it basically like makes a little menu where you can see everyone in the clan, even if you don't have them on your friends list. You can see their names and what world they're currently in, and then it'll give you a chat, a clan chat, so you can see, you can speak from across the world and across server. So if I ever play RuneScape, I could look at making that happen. That'd be fun. Well, not if, when I ever play, no, bad English, poor English. When I stream RuneScape, we will make a clan, if possible. So yes, we can make that happen, I think. Making a clan is pretty simple. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Paperboy. Merry Christmas to you too. Awkward stare. Be honest, how many times do people do that bit when they read your name? Lilicornia, welcome to the Katagami. Thank you, thank you. Please stop. So ungrateful. Frozen Roblox avatars? Their name was Awkward Stare. Their name was Awkward Stare. Come on. What'd you get for Christmas? I got a couple Zells into the bank of Shiki Katagami, and I got a Christmas party I'm going to later, and that's it. And obviously, I have all of you guys and your super chats. That's separate. That's separate. All of you guys / all the super chats and gifted and things like that. Merry Christmas, Lord Shiki. Merry Christmas to yourself. You should love yourself. Yep. You should. That's good advice. Good advice. $600 and you still get money for Christmas. Lucky. Guys, I mean, age is relative, right? So obviously, I'm old to you, but can you imagine how old Grandma Shiki is? You know? To me, 600 is still a young whippersnapper. I'm still youthful. To them. She's Papyrus. Yeah. Or maybe... yeah, Papyrus, and then, like, Mama Shiki's, like, Vellum. Minky, Merry Christmas. Definitely miss watching your stream, so it's nice to see you today. Hope you had a nice day. It's early. I got home last night, right? And I got in really late. So I didn't sleep too much, but I was ready to turn on the energy and be fun and zany this morning. I was just excited to be back. So, yeah. And I guess while I have it on my mind, so I don't forget saying it, back to weekly schedules next week. I'm probably either just gonna gorilla until then. I'll probably only stream like once again until Monday anyway. Do you have any siblings that you spend Christmas with? Nope. There are no Shiki siblings. I got Shiki Mama though. Only child? Yeah. Come on. Do you think I could be the way I am if I had a sibling? King, did you ever get the donkey sweet potato? You know I got a donkey sweet potato before I left Japan. You know it. Ow. Ow. Yummy. You would bully them for sure. Yeah, I'd beat their ass. Oh, he took a bite. You know I took a bite. You know I took a bite. Oh, speaking of taking a bite, and speaking about how earlier I said that management would always buy us snacks when we were in the studio. When they would buy us snacks, right, they would have a big basket, and I felt like a grade schooler. And this isn't to say that management knows we are adults, but also because their name is manager, they manage us. Can you believe that? So sometimes it feels kind of infantilizing to have a manager. They go, okay, I have a basket. Everyone go get your snacks and put them in here. Bro. I'm a 600-year-old Shikigami. This is, like, embarrassing. And, like, all of us are, like, milling about, like, the Konbini, like, and there are so many of us. And, like, oh my god, like, 14 people, mostly foreigners, milling about a Konbini, all putting stuff in the basket of, like, Diamane. And she's, like, yelling at us like grade schoolers. Everyone, make sure that you have everything you want. We're about to check out. Does anyone want Famishiki? Famishiki, you want normal? Who wants spicy ones? Anyone want a hash brown? Oh my god, it's like a field trip. It's so funny, but sometimes I feel like a grade schooler. But yes, after we would go to the Konbini like that, management would go and start handing out everyone's food. And the thing that I thought was so funny is Safi Mane specifically, if you're here watching this, Safi Mane would always pull out the bread, le melon pan, and they wouldn't even ask who it was. They would throw it at me and they'd say, yeah, I already know this is yours. Bro, I was the only bread enjoyer. I would get a melon pan, or like, maybe like, they have these like twisted donuts like every single day. Everyone else be getting like onigiri or like the little kombini sandwiches, and I would get those sometimes too. But no matter what I got, every day, melon pan or twisty donuts. Liron got bread a lot too, but I was the only one who would consistently get like melon pan. Yummy. Carb overload? Yeah, and I'm still a skinny legend. Yeah. What's your favorite bread? I like melon pan. Any other kind of bread I could think of that's like specific? Any Latinos? Well, I'm not even gonna ask. Yes, to the Latinos in here. You guys know rosca? Rosca de Reyes? Like the holiday bread? Yummy. And everyone's gonna say, dang, Shiki knows ball? That's a good bread. I was thinking about it because it's the holiday season. Yummy. That's a good bread. That's elite ball knowledge. Whoa. Tell us more about Kokichi Banya. Okay. So, do you like pan dulce? Yummy. Basically, if it has dulce in the name, it's yummy. All right. Shiki invited to the carne asada when the fajitas come out sizzling. You can't see my arms, but you know exactly what pose I made right then. Kokuichi. So, where we were staying, this time around, we don't always stay in the same place. We don't always stay in the same place. So, full disclosure, don't somehow triangulate where I'm staying based on me saying I'm stayed somewhere. But where we were staying this time had a Kokoichi very nearby, so that narrows it down to about 5 million places in Tokyo. And we went often, and it was very yummy every time. Someone on Twitter asked me my Kokoichi order, I think, and I'll say it here for those who didn't see it. My typical order, unless I'm feeling extra spicy, is level 2 spice, the handmade tonkotsu, which is a specific kind. They're also overseas, not in many places. Xander Netherbrand in the Netherlings. Merry Christmas to you all from Club Netherbrand. Hello, Xander. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you guys had a fun stream this morning. A fun, well, I guess maybe it's not morning for Xander, but for some of the Netherlings, maybe. Hope you guys had a fun Christmas stream. Welcome in. Purple Diva off. We don't pit two queens against each other. But yes, hello Netherlings. We were talking about Kokoichi Banya. We were talking about Kokoichi Banya. It's 9:37 a.m., dude. Not for Xander Netherbrand. Tired with her. with more gifted. Thank you for the 10 gifted Tide Wither. Very generous. Thank you, thank you. And Tyre, did I see earlier? I want to say your name was Gray when you gifted the 20 memberships, at least earlier. What do you mean you're gifting 30 plus memberships in a stream and you're not even a member yourself? Yes, it was, and it still is. What is that, man? What? Kimmy, thank you for the 5 gifted. As always, very generous, Kimmy. Thank you, thank you. I'll get to it. I mean, your prerogative. I was just a little shocked, that's all. I was just a little shocked. Kimmy, Godzooks. Fawn is hitting them with the Godzooks. But yes. Oh. Hazy Spectre, welcome to the Katagami. Welcome in, thank you. And Miki, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, people are trying to snipe Tired Withered now. Oh, no. Having Mercy, thank you for the 1 gifted. Penny Peach, thank you for the 1 gifted as well. Okay, so Kokuichi. Yes, so Kokuichi, if you aren't familiar, it's a Japanese curry restaurant. It's, I would say, in the category of Japanese fast food, whereas it's like kind of a restaurant that has basically, many of them don't even have tables. They have like a bar with iPads where you order at the iPad and then they just bring you your food, right? You can do takeout as well. But obviously Japan doesn't really know what drive-thrus are because where would they put them? But I would put it in the category of fast food. It's Japanese curry. It has all kinds of different curry. You can get different, you know, pork-based curry or vegetable curry or beef curry or different amounts of rice or different proteins or different sides. Regardless, I tend to get a handmade tonkatsu curry. So they have tonkatsu curry. They have chicken cutlet curry. The handmade tonkatsu curry, I find, it's breaded differently and prepped differently. It's better than their normal tonkatsu curry. It's really good. It's a little bit more expensive, but not by much. Nothing's really expensive at Kokuichi. Mara, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you, Mara. Very generous. It's good to see you and your dedenne. The handmade tonkatsu, you'll see it. It's usually on the 2nd page of the proteins on the iPad. I find it to be the best, like, protein-based one for my taste personally. And I get a spice level 2. We've talked about it before. Kokuichi has like up to like 20 spice levels. It's a lot. For those of us who are of a very pale complexion, anything above level 3 will be very difficult for you. They take it serious over there. I get a level 2, sometimes even a level 1 if I'm not feeling it. Thank you for saying it right this time before, or this time I didn't have the heart to tell you you didn't before. Did I say dedenne instead of dedenne? How does someone taste, how does someone taste level 20 though? I don't know. I've known someone who's done it though. They're not at FSP. So, yeah. I tend to get a level 1 if I'm not feeling... dedenne. Oh. Yeah. Skylar G, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you, Skylar, very generous. Level 20 doesn't sound that bad. A lot of people see that there are 20 spice levels and they'll go, I'll get like a level 4, and they go, oh, here's an anecdote I can share. Here's an anecdote I can share about spice levels at Kokuichi. Anyone familiar with Axel Sirios? Anyone familiar with, like, Axel Sirios? Anyone know that guy? Is anyone familiar? If you know Axel Sirios, you know he really likes hot pot, right? He loves hot pot. And specifically, he likes spicy hot pot, okay? He loves spice. I once went to Koko Ichi with Axel Sirios, and I think he got a level 4, and my man was sweating literally. And I will say that Koko Ichi isn't always the most consistent with their spice, location to location, but that specific day, I got Koko Ichi and with Axel Sirios, and he came out and he said, that shit beat my ass. So when I say that Koko Ichi takes things seriously, I mean it. When I say I get a level 2, it is spicy. It's not very, very super dying spicy, but it's good. It's good spicy. But yes. And I guess going back to my order. Did you ever go with Altus? Yes, I went with Altus. And Altus got the most monstrous thing I've ever seen. Altus got extra rice, like a double rice portion, like 4 different kinds of protein, and a ton of mix-ins. And it was really spicy. Monstrous. When I talk about me being a certified hashtag eater, Altus is an eater in a different way. Or maybe both ways. He loves eating, man. And he's still, like, the buffest member of FSP. Was he forbidden food that day? No, he's always like that. Yeah. What would, like, the whole pack of Bulldog spice equivalent for their levels? When we did the spicy noodle challenge, some of those were definitely spicier than, like, a level 4 Kokoichi or level 3 or 4 Kokoichi. But, like, they're probably up there with, like, the higher ones for sure. I don't know how much higher you can go, honestly. Oh, I shouldn't have said the brand of that noodle, huh? Sorry, Mane-san. I'm not cutting it out, though. Damn. It's alright. It's not a big deal. Not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored. Everybody always says that brand. Everybody always says that brand. Outside FSP too. Okay? It's not. It's okay. It's literally okay. It's literally fine. If I'm really worried about it, I'll cut it out. It is at 1 minute and 15 in the VOD. Future Shiki, if you have to cut it out, that's where it is. Agnes Raw, mixing pantheons there. Thank you for the 1 gifted. Very generous, Agnes. During 1 hour? My OBS says 1 hour and 15. Is how long I've been live. Is it only been an hour? You said 1 minute? Bit so good you can use it as many times as you want. Softo, thank you for the morning stream, Mr. Katagami. It helps me while I finish my 2 weeks worth of laundry. It's a lot of laundry, Softo, but I guess I also have 2 weeks worth of laundry shoved into a suitcase. By the time I got back, I had almost no clean clothes left. We were about to be turning the underwear inside out, you know what I mean? But good luck, Softo. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Vile? No, I don't know what you mean. Come on, man. You do that? And how in that statement? How do you get that I do that from that statement? I said I was about to have to. Put words in my mouth again and I'll throw you into outer space. You said it like you've done it? Nope. So you would? I mean, if necessary, yeah. I'm not against that. I would rather wear underwear inside out than wear no underwear in a day where, like, I was incredibly desperate. Hand wash? Oh, I'm talking about, like, a scenario where I don't have any access to, like, anything to wash. Like, anything, you know? But if I had access to, like, a combini, but no washer anywhere nearby, and I was, or no washer that was convenient, and I had forgotten to do wash, I would probably go to the combini and get, like, detergent and wash it in, like, the tub or something for sure. Or even the sink if I had to. Laundromat, brother. You know what? There's a delay. There's a delay. There's a delay. You know what? Your head is safe. I won't bite it off. Your head is safe. Yep. I've done the sink move before, I'll admit. You're really brave for that. You're really brave for that. You can buy underwear at the combini? No. You're right. You can buy a lot of things at the combini. Ugh. Yeah, I'm almost over being sick, guys. I'm a bit congested, but I feel pretty good otherwise. I love Lawson socks. I also love Lawson socks. I also love Lawson socks. They got little stripes on the top. Did you get us something from the combini? Yeah. A knuckle sandwich. Shroomy, welcome to the Katagami. Thank you, Shroomy. Get some zinc in ya. The other day, I took one of those, like, all-purpose anti-flu meds, and it, like, lists the kind of medicine that it is, or, like, what kind of symptoms it treats or something. And it's, like, painkiller, decongestant, anti-inflammatory, and it's, like, every symptom known to man. Anti-headache, anti-tummy ache, anti-congestant, anti-pain, anti-death. $13-in-1 for the flu? Yeah. Why did my... Oh, my chat box on OBS died. It's better now. I need one of those. I hadn't taken one before, but when I was with the Famishiki, they... Not to be confused with the Famishiki, the family Shiki. They saw that I was getting sick. I think it was from all the travel. And they gave me one, and I woke up the next morning and I was like, wait a sec, I feel like $500,000. The Shiki caught a family. Yeah. Ever use a neti pot? No, but I know what they are. It seems a bit uncomfortable, I'll be honest. Seems a bit uncomfortable. My dad swears the neti pot feels good. I don't know about that. Do you have those fever patches while you were sick? No. Face steamer? Do you have any JP stories to tell us? The face steamer? Here's an anecdote about the face steamer. A handful of weeks ago, and I honestly, I guess this goes all the way back to me talking about Staff-san taking care of us. I was really sick and I had vocal lessons, but I didn't want to not go because the vocal lessons, like I woke up the morning of the vocal lessons feeling pretty sick, but I didn't want to not go because vocal lessons cost money, right? Like, we don't get those for free. Like, that we pay the vocal coaches to teach us. So I went anyway, but I was feeling really sick. And so instead of teaching me how to sing, they taught me how to manage my voice through sickness instead. And one of the things they brought up was one of those like face steamer thingies where, does anyone know what a nebulizer is? It's kind of like a nebulizer, but it's for like steam instead of evaporating medicine. So we had that lesson instead. And I've been meaning to get one actually. Nebulizers for those hashtag asthmatic Famishiki. But yeah. See, guys, I did have an anecdote for staff taking care of my health. Even third-party staff. Our vocal coaches are very fun. We got to see them. Oh my god, we got to... have any of the other boys talked about our vocal lessons in Japan? Has anyone else talked about it? Not that I heard. Don't think so. I don't think so. I'm sure someone might have mentioned it in passing. But it was really fun. So while we're all together, right? We usually obviously telecommute individually to vocal lessons every few weeks. And when we're all there in person, we have one giant session usually per trip where everyone gets to see the teachers in a studio in person, and we get to all practice together and do like group exercises and do things that are more easily done in person, right? And I won't go into too much about the lesson itself, but one thing that we did that I thought was really funny, right? They wanted us to practice kind of like good form for like tensing up your like gut for when you sing to give yourself like more power in your voice. And they had us plank while singing. So they would line a few of us up at a time and give us one of the songs that we were practicing for the day. And they would have us plank and sing the song at the same time. That was so hard. That was so hard. What song? I guess I could talk about specifically one of the songs they were having us practice. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't. Well, no, I could mention one, and I know you guys will know this one. One of the... Okay, so the basic premise of the lesson was to practice keeping tempo and rhythm with ever-increasing BPM. So we started at like 80 BPM song, and then at the end of the lesson we had like 120 BPM, and they wanted to illustrate what like different tempos feel like to sing and to like clap along to, you know, like 1 2 1 2 3 4, and then you'd clap to 80 beats, and then 120 beats, and you would sing at the same time. The really high beats per minute song that we had at the end was Cruel Angel's Thesis. So imagine singing the chorus of Cruel Angel's Thesis while planking. That was hard. And no, that does not mean that anyone is covering Cruel Angel's thesis. This was just for practice. This was practice. But it was really fun. I know, especially like LAMENTUS, we were the new guys. The first time we had an in-person vocal lesson, it was kind of embarrassing because we were the new guys and not everyone really knew us yet. But speaking now that it's been, you know, I've been signed for like 6 months and I've gotten to know everybody. These lessons are so fun. We're all having so much fun and we're all laughing. It's so goofy. It's so fun. It's so fun. I'm really grateful for the vocal lessons, especially the in-person ones. Gotta go. Take care of yourself. Goodbye, Debbie. Hello, everyone, for a Shiki stream. Well, what a stream to join in on. Yeah. It's, can't wait to hear you cover Beyonce. Yeah, I think it might be a minute till I feel confident enough to cover Beyonce. I believe. Can we get him? Right. It is the season. It's time. Rap God next. Oh God. What else do I really want to talk about from the trip? I don't know. I mean, because I did a couple ZATSUs while I was there, right? Beyonce. Yeah. I talked about the trip a bit while I was there. I don't know if I want to talk about the trip too much more. I don't have much to talk about while visiting my family. You know, that was family time. It was nice to see them. And yeah. I'm really, really glad to be back. I've been gone what feels like a millennia. I don't know if anyone has taken a trip of 3+ years. I read New Year's and said years. Anyone who's ever taken a trip of 3+ weeks before, it feels like a millennia. It feels like 3+ years. It's so long. My bad, King. No worries. You feel like you've changed? No. I'm pretty realized as an individual, I think. But at the same time, I feel like I'm a different person. I don't think I've changed, but I feel like I have. Does that make sense? Does it feel good to be home? Corkface, it feels so good to be home. And sleeping in my bed and coming back to my room that I enter and I go, well, that's messier than I thought I left it. You know? Yeah. And considering I've only had you for a couple of months, it felt extra long. Yeah, so today's LAMENTUS' 2 months anniversary. Of those 8 weeks, I spent 3 of them away. That's like 40%. But don't worry, guys. I have no plans to leave for at least another 2 months. And no, that's not saying that we have a trip planned in 2 months for FSP. Just that, the family Shiki has something going on in mid-February, and I was like, maybe I want to go. Yeah. It would not be for that long. It would be like 5 days at most. Zany face? Brother? What are you doing here? Oh my god. It's Quirkchungus. What do you mean it's only been 2 months? It's only been 2 months, man. We debuted October 25th. It's been 2 months to the day. Quirkchungus? Yeah, sure, me. Battle is Quirkchungus in here. Because you only ever post the zany face, which is a Quirkchungus face. You haven't been here all my life? That's crazy. Yeah, but maybe I could be here for the rest of it. League of Legends. Yeah. Yeah, I'll live all of us easy. True. Good morning, League of Legends. Take the Riz back. Fuck you. Where's our return League stream, Paperboy? I've said it in the past, and I'll say it again. You will never catch me playing League by myself on this channel. It will either be a collab POV, or I will appear on other people's League streams. I will never stream League by myself on this channel. Honestly, I think in the past I said I'd have to be a 5-stack in order to do it, and that might be still true. Why? Have you ever played League of Legends? Have you ever seen what happens to a person when they play League of Legends by themselves? I'm about to queue a fat solo. You're not well. Christmas morning solo queue League of Legends. Do you guys remember when I told you the Shiki lore? I got my old account permanently banned from League of Legends. Okay? Imagine the nice people I'm about to encounter on Christmas morning. How? I was a different person back then. Okay? It happened like 6 years ago. But it was my account, my really old account from, you know, that I made in like 2012. If you're a bit too toxic to your teammates for too long, they get ya. Kill too many jugglers, dog shit. Literally. It was like a decade, almost like nearly a decade old account. And I'd spent like $1,200 on it over that time. Gone forever. I didn't even try to ask for it back. I said, you know what? Yeah, that's fair. Understandable. So K-King, I got banned for AFK. Yeah, but I got permanently banned. Sir, 1,200? It was 1,200 over like 9 years or something, okay? Or 8 years. If you spread it out over the years, it's not that bad. $1,200 is rookie numbers, chat. You wouldn't even know. Yeah. $100 a year on a free game. Yeah, about maybe a little more. 150. Yeah. Some years more, some years less. The early years less than the later years. The later years, like the more and more I got into the game, the more I would spend per year. Jin skins yummy. Yummy. How much have you spent on RuneScape? RuneScape is a monthly game. So $13 a month. I've been playing on and off heavily the past few years. Plus, you know, 2 decades ago. I don't know, probably only a few $100s, like maybe $500 on RuneScape total over the 20 years. And also, it used to be like $5 a month and not 13. So probably even less. RuneScape is not expensive, guys. They've had to increase the sub price if they've gone, but back in like 2006, it was like $5. Google RuneScape inflation to learn more. Don't do that. Can't you pay for RuneScape with in-game currency? That is also true. You can buy something what is called a bond in RuneScape with in-game gold, and you can buy it with in-game gold and redeem it for like 2 weeks of playtime or something. So, yeah, you can theoretically play RuneScape for free. Completely. Like, be a member. Did I miss the RuneScape lecture? Nope. Nope. We just kind of started, and we haven't... I'm not sure if we've been planning to lecture, Ash, but hello and Merry Christmas to you, brother. Hope you've had a good Christmas morning. How's it going? Merry Christmas! Guys, do you mind if I go get a glass of water? My throat is so dry from all the coughing. You know, I'm not even gonna ask. Fuck you. I'm gonna go get a glass of water. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm back. Yummy water. If it isn't Shiki Katagami, look what the cat jacked in. Is it iced? No, I drank it out of the fridge. It's gone already. I drank it before I even stepped away from the fridge. Lukewarm or cold? No, it's like slightly colder than room temp. Slurped it right down? Yup. Dude was parched? Yup. They just let anyone in here, huh? Hey, just the guy I've been looking for. Is that Shiki Katagami of FSP's 3rd generation LAMENTUS? Yeah. Copying the way Shiki says yummy is definitely in my vocal stims. Yummy. I'm walking here. That's a blue-collar Shikigami right there. That's a guy that knows how to hydrate fast. If you have 30 seconds before your chicken nuggets come up and your water cup is empty and you have to go fill it, you know you're drinking it while walking it on the way back. You ain't even back at your station before that medium cup is empty. Can I get a youch? Youch! Oh my god, I hit a youch for real the other day. I was walking past a couch that I had forgotten. I spilled a little bit of water on the floor. And I slipped on the water and hit my foot on the bottom of the couch at an angle and scraped some of my skin off. Youch! It's okay. Youch! It's alright. I'm okay. It didn't bleed. To be clear, it did not bleed. It was just the top layer of skin. But it looks really ugly now. So I have a band-aid over it. Foot tags. Thank you, Socto Bathtub. Thank you. That still hurts? Yeah. No part of you is ugly? Damn, that's a Riz. Dog God with a Riz? Damn. Damn. That's straight up Riz. Tired Wither, welcome to the Katagami. It's about damn time. Welcome, welcome, Tired Wither. Don't come for me, but I think Shiki might be the funniest of LAMENTUS. Everyone's valid. Everyone's like opinion is like valid. They're entitled to their own thoughts and feelings. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good guess. He's quirky. I'm definitely the most quirked up member of LAMENTUS. That's probably true. Hi Shiki. Hello. That's valid, I think. I don't know. I don't like try hard to be funny or anything. I'm just myself. The way you said that made me think you were going to say something else. What, you think I was going to say I'm bricked up? Nah, man. Great for you, man. Oh, man. That was true. If it is acetaminophen, yeah. I think the funniest thing about you is your monotone voice would make jokes funnier. Yeah, I'm heavily influenced by British humor, which is one of the only good things the Brits have given to the world. Their humor is very dry. Very dry. They play things very straight. Yeah. Wow. Hey. If you were a real British person, you would know that that statement was true. What? A fucking chippy buddy is something good that you've done to the world? No. You've unleashed horrors. Who is Chippy Buddy? No, 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 no. What? What is Chippy Buddy? Let's go to Spoons, get a pint. Oh, maybe some mushy peas. Grab a Chippy Buddy. Oh, you know what? On the way back, grab some cheeky Nando's. Did you forget the Netherlings raided? Oh, I didn't. I said it was one of the things. Obviously, Xander Netherbrand has been given to the world via the British people. Jealous because you got no Chippy Buddy? Yeah. Fish and chips do be good. Mushy peas tilt me to hell whenever I see them in Scrandle because everybody always votes them over what other Scran is there. How? They'll vote cup of mushy peas over like ugly cheeseburger. Bro, dog shit cheeseburger has gotta be better than cup of mushy peas. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Okay, for those who don't know, Scrandle is like Wordle, where it's kind of like a daily game that you can play online. And it's for Scran, which is kind of like I want to say an English slang or British slang for food that you get at like a sports event. All right? Get some Scran. Just give me 1 minute. Gonna go get some Scran. And you come back with your Scran, and it's like whatever slop they're serving at the stadium. And they show you 2 pictures of Scran, and you have to vote whichever scran you think people would be more likely to eat? Like, which one looks more appetizing? And almost without fail, mushy peas beats out whatever it's against like 80% of the time. How? It'll show a really sad hamburger, like the saddest, like most elementary school cafeteria hamburger you've ever seen, right? It's shit. To be clear, it is bad. But it'll put it against mushy peas, and mushy peas wins. How? Mushy peas are good? I can't believe that. I refuse. I refuse. Mushy peas is a classic, you know? You guys are allowed to eat what you want to eat, you know? I'm not gonna yuck your yum, but personally, mushy peas seem foul. That's foul. I barely like peas when they're not mushy. It's baby food. To be clear, I think there is British food that's really good. Fish and chips is good. I'm sure Nando's is good. Oh, I love shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie. British curry goes hard. Is that not just Indian curry? Be honest. Did you guys not just take Indian curry and then call it British curry? Be honest. British people really like meat pies and stuff, you know? Oh, beef Wellington. That's good. I feel like a fake Brit. I hate fish and chips and mushy peas and stuff. Well, Sanewin, that's all right. Or Canewin, that's all right. I heard shepherd's pie. I'm summoned back. I love shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is so good. For those who don't know about shepherd's pie, it tends to be, at least usually, it's kind of like a baked stew. So it has a lot of the same ingredients that like a beef stew would have in it, but then they slop mashed potatoes on top and bake the whole thing, right? So it's just a very savory, yummy concoction. It's like a more solid stew. So pea slop is bad, but meat slop is good. Yeah. Slop needs to have, like, there's variants to slop. Kai Kai, XOXO. Hi, I'm late, but Merry Jingle Balls. Merry Jingle Balls to you too. Can't go wrong with meat. I know that's right. Slop has to have substance. Yeah, like mushy peas is like a uniform slop. Shepherd's pie obviously also belongs in the slop category. Like I'd eat it out of a trough kind of category. But, you know, it's got like a texture and taste variance. You know, there's like some complexity. You know? Yeah. Trough? Yep. I'd eat it from a trough. Not kidding. Shepherd's pie rocks. / cottage pie, whichever you prefer. Literally just some bullshit. Yup. 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 How do you feel about cottage cheese? Oof. Might make some people angry with this one. Not a big fan of cottage cheese, honestly. Not a big fan. Based? Well, at least someone thinks so. Let me put low. Happy holidays. Hello, Salabanoon. Happy holidays to you as well. Rare Shiki W. It's not rare. You understand me? It's not rare. Motherfuckers. Rare. Back up. Say that again. That was too loud. But I was speaking pretty quietly. Y'all live like this? Yeah. Oh. I'm back. Sorry I had to get food. No worries. You didn't miss anything. It's good to be back, guys. It's good to be back. It is good to be back. Can I help y'all? I'm Mary Momi. That's interesting, because you seem to have a Katashiro next to your name now. Welcome in. Why are you spawning like nothing happened? Just another day in the life of this diva. Poached? No. Again, I say it all the time. We're not pitting two queens against each other. Mari Momis are welcome here. And just because they're also Mari Momis doesn't mean they can't be Famishiki. You guys wear many hats. That's why it's fun. I like seeing you guys in other chats too. Someone ban this guy? Me? I miss your voice like I miss food. That's a lot because I love food. Simba? I'm glad I had some time with the family Shiki because the Shiki Kata family, because I was able to detox like 6-7 out of my mannerisms. Because after spending so much time with like Cass and Caelen and everyone else, I was doing it a lot. So I'm back to normal. Fa is the best brain rot. It is definitely funny, but you need like someone else to do it with. It's a Christmas miracle. Bless up. Yeah. Yeah. It was really fun to see the boys, though. I miss them. I'm really glad to be home, but I do miss them. It's so fun to be able to see them in person. I'm a Lockheart, but Ooms dragged me by the foot, and you know what? Good decision. Welcome in, Sweet Cypher. Again, Lockheart's also welcome. Your makeup that you have on your eyes is so beautiful, Diva. Thank you. Did you ever talk about your first impressions of the others in person? I think I... Maybe not, because technically the first time I met them was before I even debuted. So... maybe I never talked. I didn't. Maybe. Well, I've talked about that trip a bit, I guess. Flap. And with a 5 gifted Flap. Very generous Flap. Hope you and your cows are well. Flap. You only did that for Lamentus, I think, but not the others. Maybe one day I'll talk about it. They got more hay this morning. Awesome. That's awesome. I love animals, you guys. I love animals. Vizodi, thank you for the 1 gifted Vizodi. Thank you. Generous of you. When your mom gives you a $10 Visa gift card in your stocking and you spend it on the diva in your computer. Do you love cats? Giggle pox. How many times do I have to tell you? I like cats. I just don't like them as pets as much as dogs. What's wrong with you? Are there animals you don't like? I respect all animals, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't afraid of many kinds of spiders. I like beetles. I don't mind many flying insects unless they're like the bad kind of flying, you understand? But I don't like the way spiders move. I think they're just scary. But I still feel bad when I like kill spiders in my house, you know? And I don't kill all spiders in my house. Some spiders are good spiders. Yeah. Do you have some phobias? I don't have anything as strong as a phobia, I would say. No. I'm afraid of normal things as much as normal people are afraid of them, I would say. Things like the deep ocean and falling to my death and things like that, you know? I like snakes. I think I'd be afraid of specific snakes, but you know, like ball python? That's a dog. That's puppy. I saw something on Twitter of a python that looked just like a banana. That's a dog. So yeah, I'm not like specifically terrified of all snakes. No. Would I be very scared if I met like, you know, a cobra or a rattlesnake or something in person? Yes. It's not because it's a snake. It's because I could be grievously wounded by its venom. Do you like sharks? I do like sharks. I think sharks are really interesting. Would I be terrified of a shark in real life? Yes. However, I do like sharks. Again, I'm not afraid of a shark because it's a shark. I'm afraid of a shark because it has sharp teeth. You know, and it's an animal that's in the water where I have far less control over how it interacts with me. You understand? What about belugas? Belugas are silly. They're very smart. Would you ever do one of those shark cages? Maybe. It depends on what kind of sharks we're talking about. If there are great whites in those waters, I don't know about that. But I don't know. That's kind of scary. If you leave them alone, they leave you alone. No, I think usually that's true. Yeah, I think that's usually true. What do you think about ferrets? I think they're really cute, but I wish they didn't stink so bad. Did you see Zootopia 2? No, I did not see Zootopia 2. They're so stinky, but they're so cute. Yeah, I like that you could like bend them into the shape of a U, and they just don't even care. Like ferrets are like balloon animals. You could just like, and then it's like looks like a different animal now. I saw someone say you're Nick Wilde and Caelen is Judy. Yeah, I responded to that tweet. I said, yeah, Caelen's already a police officer. But yes, I do really have a soft spot for animals. I really like animals. I like animals a lot. What, really? Yeah, really. You can bend a cat? Gogopox Mel, I will rip your head off. Do you like dinosaur? Yes, me gusta dinosaurio. Dinosaur ga daisuki desu. I like dinosaurs. Giggle wants you to get a cat? Oh, I'm well aware. I'm well aware. My favorite dinosaur is Dilophosaurus. And then my favorite prehistoric reptile is Dimetrodon. And that's all you need to know about that. What are your thoughts on clowns? They're not scary, but I don't feel very strongly about them positively either. Horses are cute, but also scary. I wouldn't call a horse scary, but I definitely know what you mean. You have to respect a horse. You do. You do have to respect a horse. But I do really like horses. I think they're beautiful animals. I think they're really smart. Dimetrodon is not a reptile. Is that true? Is Dimetrodon a dinosaur? I thought it wasn't. A synapsid? Okay, so it's not a reptile, but it's not a dinosaur either. So I was on the right track. A horse is scary? Yeah, a horse, if you're not, especially if you're not used to horses and you're not comfortable around horses and the horse doesn't know you, a horse could kill you very easily. Yeah. Have you ever ridden a horse or something like that? I've ridden horses a few times in my life, and I've always liked it. Horses are very fun. I like horses. I'm really scared of moose. We've talked about it before. I don't remember exactly when, but I swear it was recently. I feel like people who've never seen a moose in person do not fully understand how large a moose is. They're like 6.5 feet at the shoulder. They're like gigantic. Horse Appreciator, I was waiting for it. I knew you'd be here. Thank you, Horse Appreciator. They're what? A moose is gigantic. They're bigger than horses by a lot. They're huge. They're taller than like a car easily. Like taller than like a minivan car, like easily. They're huge. And they can swim and dive. Yeah. They're big. A moose is gigantic. Fun fact, the orca is one of the moose's natural predators. Moose, just don't go to the coastline, bro. He ain't gonna get you anywhere else. What are they doing what? They don't even drink salt water. What are they doing there? Is it like in a delta where fresh and salt water meet? And maybe the moose go like way too deep? Like, what? They like seaweed? Oh, that kind of makes sense. They want to be seals so bad. Dude, Twitter really thinks I like sea lions, and in this case, they're right. That shit's just some bullshit with flippers. They just be emoting. They be hitting Fortnite emotes. They be kissing their homies and then hitting a fucking emote. Bro. Funny as fuck. Definitely up there with funniest animal. Definitely up there with funniest animal. Sea lions are funny as fuck. They're clip farming 24/7. Exactly. They're so funny, bro. They're so funny. Leopard seals are scary, though. Yeah, but then I get sad when the orca, like, flips them 200 feet in the air or whatever. But sea lions, that's a dog. That's a dog. I love that they just scream. Yeah. 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 But leopard seals hunt penguins, so no mercy. Yeah, but then the leopard seals don't get mercy from orcas. Dude, look for the real enemy. Which one doesn't have any natural enemies? The top dog, the orca, okay? That's who we should be against. Evil animal, evil animal, evil. When a pod of orcas work together to knock a lion, like a leopard seal off of like a floating piece of ice. Oh, the poor baby. But they're cool. They are cool. But orcas are up there with like most malicious animal. It's because they're real smart, like dolphins. Hazy Spectre. Nice profile picture. Gambit. Thanks for the 5 gifted. At least they like humans. What do? Dolphins? Or orcas? We better not be talking orcas. Orcas do not like humans. There's no way. Orcas and dolphins are the same family. Don't orcas eat people? And no, I'm not counting at SeaWorld. Because obviously that orca is mistreated. Orcas don't attack people? Really? Fun fact, some sharks are developing pack behavior and it's believed to be due to orcas. If true, that's awesome. That's cool. Horrifying, though. Horrifying, though. The concept of an alpha shark? Bro, furries are gonna go wild with that. There are already tons of shark furry OCs. Like personas. Did they know? Is that why? Is that a scaly? I mean, I think technically, but like, it falls under the umbrella. I'm so bothered by how shark personas don't look like sharks. Why do they keep making messed up foxes? It's just... I don't know. I'm not an expert. People do what they want. Why do you know so much? I'm 600 years old. I've been around the block. Been around the block. Yeah. I've been on E621. What you know about that? Yeah, send the question marks. Let's see it. No way, bro. You guys think I have shame? You think I'm not a knower? I know ball. And I know ball in many courts. Phrasing, man? That wasn't bad phrasing. That was on purpose. Is that my tender, uplifting, persevering, devoted, angelic, down-to-earth, golden-hearted, gentle-spirited, clever, courageous-hearted, courteous, harmonious, loyal-minded Shiki Katagami? Yes. Shiki, what's your persona? I don't have one. And never have. But, like, obviously I've known many people who have them. You hang around in online communities enough and you meet those people. It's almost 2026, time to get a persona. Oh, maybe. Maybe. What would it be? I'm not sure. I think a fox makes a lot of sense. I know that's cliche, but I think it just makes too much sense. I think I'd have a really sharp snout and like big sharp teeth, you know, like really exaggerated like mouth as far as it goes. And I like the idea of the way my hair would droop over like this, like would go out over the top of the snout over the head, you know? Ooh, a maned wolf. I could see that hella. A maned wolf? Oh. Yeah. That's a good one. Good idea with that. Shook me as a fox, but one deformed in the same way a pug is a deformed dog. No, I'd have a big snout. I'd have a big snout, I think. You're not scary like a wolf, you don't have aura. I think I agree with that, which is why I don't think I'm a wolf. Well, maned wolves, are they technically wolves or foxes? I know they have wolf in the name. That doesn't mean that they're wolves. Yeah. You ever heard of the Russian fox taming experience? Oh, experiment? No. Did you hear about the new Warhammer big model release today? You mean Liron Lockheart, leader of the Red Corsairs? The Chaos Warband of Chaos Undivided? Look sick. Can't wait to slap a World Eater's helmet on him and make him a Chaos Lord. Yeah. Look sick. Yeah, look sick. Closest relative to maned wolves are bush dogs. Oh, that's interesting. Russian experiment, domestic foxes are coming out. Oh, I think I did read a headline like that. I think I did read a headline like that. Like, some foxes are showing signs of domestication because their snouts are getting shorter. Like, urban foxes are starting to get shorter snouts or something. Yeah, I did read that. Some Russians tried to breed foxes for tameness over many generations. Gradually, they developed common tameness traits similar to dogs. Floppy ears, black and white patches, short noses. Interesting. Interesting. That was almost Liron Lockheart. Sarah Starlight, I don't know until how just now I didn't realize that Liron had inadvertently nearly named himself after the leader of a Chaos Warband. Liron Lockheart. That's a sick model, though. Brand new. And it seemed like they teased some more models that were coming that were related to him, I think. So I don't know if maybe they're going to make like a mini codex for the Red Corsairs or something. That'd be cool. The Red Corsairs are a popular Chaos Warband that aren't one of the big ones. Definitely would be cool. Liron Lockheart's really cool. His lore is that he got hit by a melt-a-gun and got half of his body melted off. So, like, the right half of his body is, like, replaced by cybernetics and stuff. He got pieced back together. Yep. And I think he also hated the leader of the Chaos armies, Abaddon. And he, like, went and made his own warband that, like, anyone from any legion is allowed to, like, come join. They're like pirates. They're less than like chaos worshippers and more like pirates that so happen to worship chaos. And also are space marines, I think. I'm not super familiar with the Red Corsairs. Huron has settled his beef with the despoiler. Oh! Settled their millennia-long beef? My god. But yes. Huron is cool. Very cool model. I really like it. I have a question, Shiki. What movie should watch for a movie marathon? I'm going to do one tonight. Watch Lord of the Rings. Next question. The spoiler is what you call it when somebody doesn't spoil. Or it's somebody who does spoil. They're the destructor or destroyer or decimator. That's different. Despoiler. There's someone who, yeah, who despoils. Yeah, Shiki, how difficult is it to get into Warhammer? Depends on how deep you want to get. You could watch lore videos. You could Decimator. Decimator is spelled with a C. Sorry. If you want to just get into like the lore, to start watching YouTube videos. If you want to get even deeper into the lore, read books. If you want to start the hobby, go to your local Warhammer store and get a starter set. No, even better, ask if they have a model that you can paint in store, and they'll give you a model and some paints and have you try it out. And if you have fun with that, ask for the model of the month, and they'll give you one free model, and you can buy like a paint kit. There are like starter paint kits where you can like choose 5 paints of your choice, and we'll give you a discount on them. Gotta go. Bye, Shiki. Bye. Bye. You can do that? Yeah. Trust me, nobody wants you to get into the hobby more than Games Workshop. There are many gateways. There are many gateways. Every month, there's a mini of the month from them, and they'll give it to you for free if you just go in there and ask for it. However, it's limited quantities, so like the earlier in the month you go, the better. Painting figures seems really fun. The lore videos I've been using as background sound for a while. Yeah. I wish I lived in a place where there'd be cool stores like that. You might be surprised what places stock it, but I definitely get it. I mean, they just opened their 200th Warhammer store in the entire world, I think, which isn't that many, but I mean, there are other places that stock Warhammer. They have tons of partners and stuff. Warhammer is kind of like Legos because you build it. Yeah, but it needs glue. Almost always. There are some exceptions. Since it's Christmas, can we get a phrase I'm not going to be saying? Nope. Merry Christmas, though. You guys already got an I missed you guys, you know? Don't get greedy now. You guys were rude to me on Twitter. You guys were acting up. What, you think I forgot? You guys thought that you guys could talk back to me on Twitter? You think you can get what you want after talking back to me? My local Warhammer store is the Warhammer World. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Not all Famishiki. Sorry, guys. But them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. You would love it? No, I want to go to the Warhammer World so bad. Yes, Wilhelm Screamer. I want to take the pilgrimage to Warhammer World. If you aren't familiar with Warhammer World, just Google Warhammer World dioramas and be amazed at what they have there. Dog God, thanks for the super stamp of poop. Thank you. Your smile will be my Christmas miracle. I've been smiling plenty this stream. The fact that I'm here is a Christmas miracle. But yes, look up Warhammer World dioramas and see what the displays they have there. Warhammer World is crazy. Like, they have, my school had a Warhammer club, and we would visit Warhammer World once a month. That's so freaking cool. Yeah, no, Warhammer World is, like, the mecca for Warhammer. It's, like, one of the original, if not the original, like, store, or, like, factory, or headquarters, or something. They have so much stuff there, and they stock models that aren't stocked, like, anywhere else. I want to go there so bad one day. But it's in Britain. It's in the United Kingdom. Enemy Shiki picked the first team to paint for a new Blood Bowl. Chaos Dwarves, Rotonians, Goblins, or Tomb Kings? Tomb Kings. No, I already said it. Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings. So if you don't want to do Tomb Kings, runner-up is Rotonians. Even though they're French. We need a Christmas gift, you know. I am the gift. You clearly like the French. No, I like dogs. There's a difference. Would you still love me if I was the sloppity bile piper? I think I might love you more. That model's funny as fuck. Thanks, man. No problem, dog god. Can I return this gift? Get back into the Famishiki tag. Yeah. You guys really miss me, huh? You forgot what it was like to be put in your place. But I'm back. So, you guys got a little comfortable. A little comfortable, huh? Don't worry. Your Kami's home. Don't worry. Our Kami? What do you think I am, man? Taskaru. Yeah. Merry Christmas and all that. What happened? I was eating lasagna? Yummy, bro. Yummy, bro. Your top 3 Oshi at most. You know what? I take those. There are a lot of YouTubers out there, and to be in top 3 means I clowned on, like, what? 5 billion other people? Self-declared Kami? Guys, I'm literally a Kami. What do you think the Gami in Katagami means? What do you think this shrine is? What? Uh-huh. Why do you think you give me offerings and petition for things? Why am I a divine diva? Aren't you clever? Rate the kanji in my name! It's not Katakami because that sounds weird. It's Katagami. But it's Kami. Gamiyoshi, not Kamiyoshi. Fuck you, Vase. Fuck you. Petitioning you, shut up. Thanks, Sova. Okay, well, that was all your payment paid for. Sorry. The rage bait always works. I'm angry. Man, I needed this, guys. I've been so busy, and then, you know, being with family is kind of stressful in its own way, and being away from home, too. And it's just been good to be home and, like, goof around again. We've been having a hard time this week, I know, but we're putting it all behind us, and we're all moving forward. No more of all of that. We had to all be serious for a few days, you know, but no more. We are putting it in the past and forgetting about it. Ugh, I'm so sniffly. Good to have you back, Shiki. Yep. Maybe I missed you too. Get back to the Famishiki tag. You ain't fooling anybody with that tsundere shit. I'm the tsundere in this relationship, okay? Get it twisted. You guys are supposed to be the dere. Says who? Me. Why are you headcanning me? I swore. Missed the streams, and I'm not afraid to say it. See? That's someone with no shame. That's my goat right there. Soon is a fire ship, though. You're kind of right. You're kind of right. Dare say flight has rubbed off on you too much? I know that's right. Literally, why are you mischaracterizing me? I love Flayon. It was so good to be able to see him. Feliz Navidad, Shiki. Feliz Navidad. If or Wife Stars? Welcome to the Katagami, thank you. And any plush, thank you for the super, thank you. What's my favorite Christmas song? I don't know, guys. Oh, what's that one? Why can't I remember it? Hold on, I'm gonna make sure my desktop audio is muted. Yup. Is this the song I think it is? No, what is it? I know Michael Bublé's done it, so now I have to look it up. You know it's Christmas if you're hearing Michael Bublé. No, it's not one of... Well, I think it is classic, but I don't think it's one of the obvious ones. Snow Halation? Honestly, kinda. Dude, it's kind of a somber one, but I don't think it's Silent Night. I would have remembered that instantly. I don't think it's Silver Bells. But there's a... I want to say there were bells in it. What is it, bro? Michael Bublé should do Snow Halation. But it... Carol the Bells? Maybe. No. I do like Carol the Bells, though. I'm not gonna remember it. Shiki Mama would know. Oh well. Shiki Mama is a knower? Yeah. Silent Night's definitely good. I mean, I like a lot of Christmas music, but, like, only at Christmas time. If it's not December, get the hell out. What's the worst Christmas song? I'm not fond of Jingle Bells, I'll be honest. It's kind of mid. God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, that's a banger. That's a banger. For sure. Okay, we're about 2.5 hours. I haven't eaten, and I want to give other people time to go enjoy their Christmas. I'm glad we really had some time to catch up with this little gorilla stream this morning. That's kind of it for today, guys. I'll probably stream one more time later in the week. I'm not sure what. I'll try to talk to my manager to see when and what I should be doing. I wouldn't expect it tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'll say. Expect it either tomorrow or the next day. Then no stream, no matter what. I'll either stream tomorrow or Saturday or both days. Sunday, I'm not streaming at all, no matter what happens. And then expect back to weekly schedules on Monday. On Monday, the 29th, expect a schedule to be posted and to be back to normal. So, it's been a long time, but your husband or wife is back from the war. I'm back. And I didn't get my arms and legs blown off by like a mine or something. I'm good. Thank you for streaming. I missed you. Thank you, Vase. Thank you. Thank you. And Sith. Thank you for the 5 gifted. I didn't forget about you. Thank you. Yay, back to regularly scheduled Shiki. Yep. I don't think there's anyone to raid. Except me, unless, of course, there is. Oh, Gale Galleon. Okay. He's building a gingerbread house with a hand cam. Though, I think, according to the schedule, he's supposed to be ending 8 minutes ago, so... don't expect to be there long. But go see Gale. Wish him Merry Christmas and the Pipsqueaks too. We love Gale. Yeah. He and we talked a lot in the Japan trip. We have a lot in common, I think, Gale and I. We're very similar. Yeah. Okay. Otsushiki, it's really good to be back. Thanks for the supas, the gifted, the super stamps, the chatting, the jokes, the laughs, the yumeing. That's it for today, guys. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you tomorrow or the next day. Bye. Bye. Otsushiki, everybody. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.